So if you want to know how to get this look, then keep watching. So I'm going to start out with this e.l.f. just eyeshadow primer. I used to use the Clinique, what was it called? Touch Base, and that worked really well, but it was kind of expensive, so I was looking for kind of a cheaper one. So this is just the e.l.f. one from Target. It's just the eyelid primer. And then I'm going to take this 24-hour, it's just the 24-hour Maybelline. The back of it looks like this really light kind of shimmery color, and so I'm going to put that on my eyelid. It is really close to my primer, but it's a little bit more shimmery, so it looks really pretty. So I've been loving this kind of for drugstore makeup, just this Wet n Wild, their new nude palette. The colors are pretty pigmented. I have to kind of layer them though to get them to the color level I want, but it is that kind of cheaper eyeshadow, so it works really well for me. But I'm just going to go in with this color right here, and do that kind of in the corner of my eye, layering it on top of that Maybelline one that I just put on there and kind of blending it out. And I'm going to take kind of a more tapered brush. A lot of my brushes are actually from Makeup Geek from YouTube, so that's really fun. This one's just her tapered brush. So now I'm taking this brown color, this one right here, and just kind of packing my brush with it, packing it into the corners of my eye. Now if you get enough color, that's really dark. Obviously I'm not going to leave it on my lid like that, but that kind of gives you enough color if you really pack it on there. Now I'm taking more of a tapered brush, a little bit flatter on the edge, and just kind of making it a little bit less dramatic, and then I'm going to go in my crease and spread this out. And I'm doing that with this one too. Gray taupey color right here. That color is actually for your eyelid. Well, it's like the eyelid color in the palette, but I like my eyelids to be a little bit brighter, so I just kind of put this in between the brown and that creamy kind of white color. And then I'm going in with the brow bone color. I'm going to use this kind of flatter brush. This one is from Makeup Geek as well. This is the C157 on her site, and I'm just taking the brow bone color. This one has a little bit of shimmer in it, so I'm going to kind of tap the excess of that out. Put this below my brows to kind of brighten it up, and then I'm going to use a little bit in the corner of my eye as well. I just like the corners to be really defined and bright, because I think it gives it kind of a nice look. Brush the fallout away. Just have a little bit. It's not too bad. And then I'm going to take, so I have this kind of older MAC palette. I just have some colors in here. I've hit pan on literally every single one, so I need to reorder. But there's the black one right here. That's kind of their carbon color. It's black, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And I'm just taking that with kind of this rounded little packed brush, just to get more of that pigment in there. So I'm tapping that into the corners, just the very corners of my eye, because I like it to be darker. Much better. Okay. So then I'm going to take this is just the NYC High Definition liner that I got from Target. The tip of it looks like this. Super easy to use. Just start in the middle
Beat back to things I said for a little while. Beat back the things I said that I can't deny. Beat back to things I said for a little while. Only in myself.
It's easier if you're learning how to do tapered liner to do kind of these short strokes rather than one long little cat eye, because then you get it to look kind of how you want it and you can play with it, so it's kind of nice. Now I kind of let my eyeliner dry a little bit before I stick my before I curl my lashes, just because I don't want it to pull off some of my eyeliner. So that is that. And then I'm just taking this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I love this kit. It makes it so easy to just shape your eyebrows. Sometimes I start with that before I do my eyeshadow, but I kind of forgot. So just fill in your brows with this. It works really well. It's kind of waxy, and then there's a powder that you can put over them. And then there's this little powder that you can take to kind of seal in the color so it doesn't come off. And this stays all day. I don't really have to reapply it unless I work out. If you sweat it all, it might start coming off, but usually stays pretty well. And then I just like putting on some Burt's Bees chapstick while I'm waiting for the rest of my eyeliner to kind of dry. And then I just go in with a basic eyelash curler, curl my lashes. My lashes are really hard to curl actually, so it kind of takes a little bit of effort. When I first curl them, they kind of stay, but then they kind of start to fall out because they're really straight eyelashes. So I found this heated eyelash curler by Ardell, and they make the fake lashes. And so what you do is you just hold this little green lever up, and it warms up for you. So once it starts turning white, this little pad right here, it's pink to start off with. When it's white, it's heated. And then you can go in and kind of curl your lashes, and it kind of sets them, which is nice. So instead of heating your eyelash curler with a blow dryer and then setting it, this is so much easier because you don't have to plug in your blow dryer just to heat up your eyelash curler. So I just got this at the drugstore if you guys are curious. You could probably get it online though. Anywhere they sold these Ardell false lashes, they'll probably sell that too. So then I'm just going in with some mascara. I love this mascara. It's by Almay. And it's the Get Up and Grow. And it is waterproof because it holds my lashes a ton better than just normal mascara does.
Little too old to hit baseballs.
And then sometimes I line my bottom lashes, but today I think I'm just going to use a little bit of the mascara and kind of bump it up to the edges. So it gives me a little bit of liner. Eyeshadow look, and now we will finish it up with a face makeup. So I used this Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer. So I just put a few pumps. I've been loving this Stay Matte Rimmel foundation, and I am in the color Soft Beige, which is super nice. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand right here, just a little bit, because this stuff a little bit goes a long way. So I just put a little bit right there. And then this is the Eco Tools tapered brush that I use. I got this from Target. It's really easy. It's compact. It's great for eyeshadow. Eyeshadow. Anyways, so I'm using my little brush for foundation, and I just kind of brush it everywhere. I've been loving this foundation a lot. Usually I use kind of tinted moisturizers because I don't need a ton of coverage, just to kind of even out my skin tone. This stuff is a little bit thicker, but if you use less or you mix it with moisturizer, then it gives you kind of a little bit thinner coverage or thicker, kind of depending on what you want. So it evens out your skin really well, which is nice. And then I just go in and I'm using this Neutrogena Healthy Skin Pressed Powder. And this is in the color light. My skin is a little bit lighter. I'm just using kabuki brush. I just like it. It's kind of a light setting foundation powder. And then I have my foundation brush. I like to go in and kind of blend it with my eyeshadow. And any extra spots that you want to cover up. And then I'm just using a bronzer, super ghetto. There's tape on it. This is so old. This is Mary-Kate and Ashley's Sun-Kissed bronzer from like, I don't know, probably like 5 years ago. It still works good. Just using this brush, this little blush brush, used for contouring. Then I'm using a little bit of this. This is the Sonia, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she has a ton of brushes and makeup at Target. This is the color. Doesn't say, but it's this color. It's just really pretty, super pink blush. I only use a little bit on my cheeks to kind of give it some color. And then, because my eyelashes are so tricky to curl, I usually wait for the mascara to dry a little bit, and then I'll go back in and curl it again so they actually stay curled. And that is my finished look. Really easy. Sometimes I go back in and add just a little bit more black. This is the finished look. Super easy. Super easy. And now I'm gonna do my hair. So if you want to know how to get this look, then